All right, folks, last question is talking about a city in Washington with an average temperature of 18 degrees. And I think on the test, I made it a little bit more specific and said it was degrees Fahrenheit versus just degrees. And that's already got the degrees in there. So we'll just pretend that both of these are in Fahrenheit. Pretty chilly area. And January is the first month. So I'm going to go up to 18 on the first month. So that's around here. I'm going to remind myself that that was 18. And then July is the seventh month. So I'm going to go up to around 62 over there. And I'm going to remind myself that is at 62. So if I were to continue this graph, I need to travel the distance between these 2 points. That looks like 3 and then 6. So I need to go 3 and then 6 more, and that's going to get me to the next lowest point. Then I'm going to go 3 and then 6 more, and that's going to get me to the next highest point. And it doesn't look like I can do 6 more. So 3, yeah, no, it's going to be kind of down there. And the reason why we're doing this is because we want to get a pretty good sketch of the graph as well. So shoot, I deleted that. Oh, darn. Oh, that was right there, right? Okay. And that was right there. Nope, that was not. Okay. And so I want to get the midpoints as well. So halfway through is just 3. And well, what is my midline? I need to figure that out. Let's do 62 plus 18 divide by 2, and you get a friendly 40 for our midline. So I can already start writing my equation. So plus 40 is at the end. And so that means that halfway, 3 units in, is going to be there. 3 more units out, it's going to be there. 3 more units is going to be there. And 3 more units is right there. So now I can get a better sketch of my graph, curving it around as best as I can. It's okay if it's not perfect, but you definitely do not want to connect the dots with a straight line. I will mark you down if you do that. So we've got a relatively curvy line with the max and mins there. The amplitude is going from 62 down to 40, so that leaves me with 22 units. So I've got a 22 up front. Sticking to my good old cosine, I'll use the top point just to make sure. And since I went a total distance of 12, that's a full year. 2 pi over 12 becomes pi over 6. Or just between the given points is a distance of 6, so it's pi over 6, either way. My starting point, I'm choosing to start at the top because it's a positive cosine. That was at an h value of 7, so minus 7. So this is my equation. I'm going to use the equation to predict the temperature in October. If I were to look at October, wait a second, I don't even have to use the equation because look at that, it's perfectly at 40. So when we see the October marking, we can be happy because then we're like, yay, I didn't actually have to use my calculator. But then I might ask you to find, because I forgot to put it on this test, the temperature in February. What would happen then? Because I would have to kind of estimate based on my graph, and my graph is not perfect, but my equation is pretty darn perfect. So I'm going to replace 22 cosine pi over 6 parentheses x minus 7. Not x anymore, though, because we are looking for February, so we're going to do a 2 minus 7 and then plus 40. But remember, when you use my fantastic calculators, they open with a parentheses. So this is automatic. When you hit the cosine button, it'll automatically open. So you have to remember to do a double closure of parentheses at the end. And I forgot to do that in advance. Don't forget to make sure that your calculator screen says RAD at the bottom. If it does not say RAD, you're going to get the wrong answer because radians is when you see pi. So in order to change that up, you're going to have to first press DRG. Then you're going to have to scroll with the arrow until it highlights under the rad. So it'll look like that. And then after you press that, you'll hit enter. And now it should show the rad at the bottom. So now that we've got that, let's try this out. So we've got 22 cosine. I'm going to press the pi button, which is kind of farther down from the degree. It's where you see the caret going up, and then there's the pi button above there. So press the pi button, divide, literally divide by, and then 6, was it? Yep, parentheses 2 minus 7, close, 2 closures. and then plus 40 equals. So I got a precise value of 20.9, which based on my 9.5, based on my graph makes sense because it does look like it's around there. If you forgot, let's go over multiple ways, to change it into radians and you did degrees, you would be getting 61.98. So if you get that, that means that you are in the degree mode and you did not follow my precise directions on how to change it to radians. So do that. If you did change it into radians and you forgot your little second parentheses, you will be getting a value. Oh, you also got the value of 20 point. What? Oh, I guess you don't need to. Wow, Miss Hellier did not know that. But let's say you were silly and added a parentheses after the 40. That's still, oh, something's not right. I'm going to have to, okay, I'm going to have to go back. Oh, no, it's not right. You'll get super close. That's why, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm really glad I'm not coming in tomorrow. It'll give you a 0 instead of a 5. The 5 is correct. The 0 is not. And that is what happens when you forget your second parentheses. So if you do not do this, you'll be getting the 20.90, and that is totally different from the 20.95. Okay, I hope you guys do really well on the test. Don't forget about that half sheet and try your best. Remember, retakes start next week. Come in on Monday or Tuesday and we'll go over it together.